So before we start our discussion, let us just have a quick recap of what we have studied on our previous discussion. So from our previous meeting, we have learned that bridge engineering is an engineering discipline branching from civil engineering that involves the planning, design, construction, operation, maintenance, and rehabilitation of bridges to ensure safe and effective transportation of vehicles, people, and goods. So last meeting we have clarified that bridge engineering and bridge design are actually two different courses because bridge engineering is actually a broader course than the bridge design because in bridge design we are just focusing on the design of the bridge, how to design the superstructure, the substructure, and the other parts of the bridge, while in bridge engineering we are concerned, we usually deal with everything about bridges. So bridge engineering encompasses everything. That is what we have learned from our last meeting. We have learned that bridge engineering is not only about bridge design, but it's about planning, design, construction, operation, maintenance, and rehabilitation of bridges. Not only design, but it includes the planning, the construction, the operation, the maintenance, and the rehabilitation of bridges. So that is one of the things that we have learned from our last meeting. Another thing that we have learned from our last discussion are the different parts of a bridge. So we have learned that there are actually different parts of a bridge, and there are general terms that are usually used to describe these several parts of a bridge. And the first general term that we have studied last discussion is the superstructure. So what do we mean when we say superstructure? So superstructure comprises all the components of a bridge above the supports. So superstructure is the part of the bridge that are or that is being supported by the supports. And those supports are actually called substructure. Substructure consists of all elements required to support the superstructure. So those are the two general terms that we usually use to describe the different parts of a bridge. Superstructure, this is the part, or these are the parts of a bridge that are being supported by the substructure. The substructure is the substructures are the parts of a bridge that are used to support the superstructure. And then we also learned from last meeting that aside from these two general terms used to describe the parts of a bridge, we also learned from last meeting the terms appurtenances and site related features. So what are these appurtenances? So when we say appurtenance is any part of the bridge or bridge site that is not a major structural component, yet serves some purpose in the overall functionality of the structure. So these appurtenances are actually not not a major structural component of the bridge or the bridge site, although they still serve some purpose in the with respect to the overall functionality of the structure. Like for example, the guardrails or the traffic barriers or the bridge barriers, and so on and so forth. So these are not actually the major appurtenances and rights and site related features are not actually part of the bridge, or should I say, not actually a major part of the bridge with respect to the structural component of the bridge, but still they still serve some purpose with respect to the overall functionality of the bridge. Another thing that we have learned from our discussion last meeting are the different types of bridge structure. So we have learned that there are actually different types of bridge structure, and those are slab on girder, one-way slab, steel and concrete box girder, cable stayed, suspension, steel and concrete arch, and lastly, truss. So these are the different types of a bridge structure. So the the decision on which type of bridge structure will be used for a particular highway bridge site are actually dependent on several factors that we have discussed last meeting. And one of those is the span, the required span of the bridge. So if we are talking about short to medium span, we can use slab on girder. If we are concerned with a bridge site, with a highway bridge site, with a short span only, we can economically use one-way slab type. And then if our highway bridge site requires longer span, we can use steel and concrete box girder, cable stayed, suspension, steel and concrete arch, as well as truss type of bridge structure. Although truss type can also be used on short to medium span bridges. So these are the things that we have learned from our last or previous discussion.